don't know. I do not know. Alright, so here's. Oh man, being an adult is not. It's just. I just want to strangle myself sometimes. It's just frustrating. Doing the right thing, following your dreams, being responsible, taking care of business. Alright, so here's the down. I'm a future sailor. I'm future sailor Perez. About to go into the Navy. I've always wanted to serve. You guys are going slow. I don't know. Let me pass this guy up real quick. Alright. So, the reasons why I'm joining the Navy, okay? The reasons why I'm joining the Navy. Man. So many reasons not to. But we'll start off with the reasons why. Maybe you guys could give me some advice, some help. Alright, so growing up, I played a lot of video games, board games, role-playing games, tabletop role-playing games, Battletech. Mainly is what got me interested in the service. You know, I wanted to be part of something larger. Be part of something great. Be part of something good. So that last part, be part of something good. It's you know, everyone has their own opinion. To me, no matter what country you belong to, whether it's the United Kingdom, China, Russia, the United States, now there's some dirt and some things that one will not agree on, but you know, I am an American citizen, and it is my, you know, I feel like it's my patriotic duty to serve. I remember when I was in high school, my senior year, I wanted to join the Air Force. I wanted to join the Air Force, however, I wasn't old enough and I needed my mom's permission. She said no. She said no because she did not want to deal with the stress of worrying about me if there were to be a war. My sister is a Gulf War vet from the first Gulf War in the early 90s. And my mom was super stressed out when she was out there in Iraq. And I understand the worry that my mom went through with my sister being out there. And she didn't want to go through that with me. You know, I was not old enough to sign up by myself, and she was really concerned. I wanted to join the Air Force because I figured, you know, I could learn something, get some life skills from that. But since my mom said no, this was back in 1997, I was 17 years old. About to turn 18, but yeah. My mom said no. Being the good son that I am, I obeyed. I listened to her. I didn't want to put her through the hardship, the worrying at night if there was to be a war, which happened in 2004, you know. Shock and awe. 9/11. So yeah, so even at 9/11, after 9/11, I wanted to enlist, but still obeyed my mom, still followed her. Nothing wrong with obeying your parents. I am not a selfish person. You could call me a mama's boy also, but I was looking out for what my mom wanted. So I wasn't looking out for what I wanted to do. And I've, you know, growing up playing war games, I've always wanted to join the service, like I said. And that's what, you know, I was a senior, did the ASVAB test, and I was gonna enlist. I didn't enlist, so I was lost. I was like, what am I gonna do with myself now? I don't know what to do. I did have options. I got shift gears. I did have options. I was fortunate and lucky to have options to go to college. I went to Cal State Hayward and 10 other colleges, but that's another story. So, went to college. 15 years later, here I am, 35 years old, reflecting on life, having regrets, and never signing up, enlisting. So, took it upon myself and decided to enlist. Signed up, went the Navy route. I called my mom. I actually texted my mom and said, "Hey mom, just to let you know I'm signing up for the Navy." I'm sure she wasn't pleased, but she said, you know, you're old enough, do your thing. Just be safe. I actually wanted to do the Army, but being 35, I missed the cutoff, the age limit. But I am still young enough to enlist with the Navy. Now, I'm not doing full active service. I'm just doing the Navy Reserves. The reasons why I want to join the service with the Navy are the benefits. VA, Navy Federal Credit Union, and to actually say that I actually did what I wanted to do, follow my dreams, join the service. I'm not doing it for the money. Definitely. No, sir. I'm not doing it for the money. So, that is where things come into play. So, I misunderstood or was misinformed. I'm not trying to put the blame on anyone. It is what it is. There was a miscommunication somewhere. So, I was at the job advisor at MAPS over by Moffett Field, signing up, looking for a job. Got the rate AECF, talked about pay, and I was like, wow, E3s only make this much. I have a bachelor's degree, so an E3 makes this much income monthly. That, straight out of high school, that's a lot of money. It's a fair amount of money. It's good money. For me, it's not a lot of money. I was like, wow. But then I was told, you know, there are other ways that one could make money with allowances, you know. $300 for basic allowance, and then there's the housing allowance. Going, you know, since I signed up for AECF, that's about a 7-month school, you know, schooling. 7 months, that's a long time. Plus basic, that's 9 months. I thought, since I'll be living in the barracks, I would get housing allowance for the Great Lakes. Housing allowance for an E3, E1, E2, E3 was $996, almost $1,000. So that's great. I would break, not exactly even, I would lose a little bit of amount of money, but not too bad. Come to find out, I was chatting with someone and then talking to them, and I said BAH, and they said, "Are you married?" I'm like, "No, I'm not married." "Well, you don't qualify for BAH. That's only for married people." I'm like, "What?" Texted my recruiter. It's like, hey, so do I qualify? I'm single, I'm not married. Do I qualify for BAH? And he said, nope, that is only for married people. So now I'm like, what the fuck? I'm taking a pay cut. I'm losing about a third of my income by joining the service. Even though it's reserves that I'm planning to do schooling. You know, I'm out there full-time schooling. I'm losing about $1,000 a month. Let's say let's say I do 2 months basic, 7 months of schooling. That is a total of 9 months. If I lose $1,000 a month, that's $9,000. I'm in the hole. I have rent I have to pay for. I have student loans I have to pay for, and I have credit card bills, cell phone bills, and insurance I have to pay for. So losing a third of my income, that's a big setback. Now I know you guys are thinking, you can be in the barracks, why are you paying rent? Well, I have a girlfriend. We have a place here in the city, San Francisco. I'm the one that's deciding to enlist. She didn't ask me to, it's something I want to do. So I still have my responsibility to keep and pay for my share of the rent, even though I'm not living. I won't be living there. That's still my place. And I'm not the type that's gonna be like, hey, I'm out of here. I'm not gonna be here in 9 months, so you gotta take care of the rent. You figure it out. No. When you're in a relationship, it doesn't work like that. I'm in a committed relationship, so you can't just bail. Damn, wrong gear. So, hello. So, I'm at a crossroads. Do I be an adult, do the responsible thing, and just say, hey, maybe this Navy thing is not what it's worth, you know? Even though it's something I've always wanted to do, there's some benefits in the long term. It's not a good idea. You're gonna create more debt for yourself. You're taking 2 steps back and maybe even a half step forward when you're done with schooling. No, you're supposed to always improve your way of life, not make things harder for yourself. Especially if you have a girlfriend that, you know, you've been together for about 7 years, lived together for a long time, several years, and you want to look at the long term, the end game with her. Marriage, kids, a house. How are you going to do that when you're already 35 and trying to restart your career? And, you know, it's not the wisest thing to do. Listen to reason. Just forget about the Navy. Now, I signed that contract. I don't know what my options are about not fulfilling that contract. I'm going to talk to my recruiter in a couple days and see what they say. I know they're going to push me to stick with it, and I'll do some research on the web on my options, how much of a legal binding contract that is. You know, if they have ways of, you know, they say, while you're in depth, you know, delayed entry program, don't do drugs, don't get in trouble, don't, you know, be safe, don't kill yourself, don't injure yourself, because that's going to delay your ship date. So if they have ways of destroying that contract, I have ways of destroying my contract. But it's not about destroying the contract, it's about, I want to serve, I want to do this, I don't want to back out. It's something I want to do. I'm getting old, it's something that's been at the back of my mind for a long time. Alright, kids, you guys stay back there. I'm gonna split this lane and get in front of the line. Alright, where are we at? Still green. So, how did I make it work financially and still do something? One thing nice about signing up, getting a job AECF, that's computer electronics. One thing nice about that is that I have a degree in design, interior design. By having a background in computer electronics, I'm sure I could land a job in the industry, in the computer industry. I'm not too sure what the starting pay is, but it's a nice backup plan, and it's something I could do with myself. I do like computers. I like playing with electronics and making things, so I figure that's a good background. If I switched jobs, I was doing some research. I could do business management. That is a 5-week course of schooling, A school. So that means 5 weeks plus basic. That's about roughly 3 months, give or take a week or two. It all depends if there's any, period of waiting between basic and A school. Then I also looked at legal man. So one point in my life, I wanted to be a politician. I was a poli-sci major. Legal man, I could, rekindle that interest that I had. So I could do that. That is an 11-week program. So that's about 5 months if I do that program. I don't want to settle for anything else. I want to go in the Navy, pick a job that's going to benefit me, that I could have a life skill, gain a life skill. Not settle like, okay, I'm going to do construction because I have a degree in design, interior design. I could learn how to work with tools, and that could benefit me. But I have a feeling if I do construction, that's gonna be grunt work. Nothing wrong with those of you that's doing it. It's something I don't want to do. Yeah, it's great to learn how to work with tools and build things, but I'm not young. I'm not gonna kill myself. Can I actually do physical labor? If I have to, I would do it, but that's only if I have to. Not if I don't have to, then I don't want to do it. I don't mind getting dirty, but yeah. So those are my options. I'm gonna see what's available. Wanting something and having something available are two different things. I'm sure it's gonna affect my ship date, and yeah, it's gonna affect a lot of things. My work. My girlfriend, I told her I'm losing money. She said, no, this idea of going in the Navy, it's out the window. There's no way you can take a loss in pay and still do it. It doesn't make sense. You don't want to do something and accrue more debt. It's not going to happen. I have responsibilities. So, we'll see. Maybe I'll delay my ship date, save some money, take care of some credit card bills, and then have less debt, then join. We shall see. So if you guys have any advice, opinion, let me know. That'd be great. I've been asking friends. I still have yet to ask family what are their thoughts. I've been asking my coworkers because I've been working the last couple days. So I haven't really had time to talk to family and get their thoughts. Like I said, my sister was in the Army, and my brother was in the Navy, and I have a nephew in the Navy as well. So yeah, options, doing the right thing, following your passion, being an adult, and being responsible. What to do? Green light, go. And everything in life is not black and white. I can't be like, just do it. It's like the law of motion or energy or whatever. I'm not a science major. For every action there is a reaction. So yeah. So I guess this is my second post on my Motovlog, maybe third. It's kind of heavy, so not too sure if I want to drop something heavy. Who knows? Maybe not. I'll just throw it out there, see what people say. Alright, so thank you, ride safe. Hit that like button if you want to. I'm not forcing you to. And subscribe. Thank you. Peace out. Who say it? Do kids these days say peace out? No, they do not. They don't say deuces either. Alright, I'm out. Bye-bye. There's no school for cool. The person that said that never met me. No school for cool. I need to go to school for cool.